You're welcome, everyone. And in this video, we are going to be looking at how to differentiate using first principle. So in short, all my videos today are going to be on differentiation by first principle. So do well to check my walls and see all the videos concerning first principle differentiation. So if you are not really, good when it comes to first principle differentiation, you can learn through my videos today. Now, the question I have here says we should find the derivative of y equal to x using first principle. So we have y equals x. Now, the first thing we need to look into is this is just a simple question. So we're going to be moving into complex ones as we progress today. Now we have y equals x. So it means we are going to be writing y plus delta y. That is, y plus small change in y must be equal to x plus delta x. That is, x plus small change in x also. So whatever change you give for y must be given for x. So y plus small change in y equals x plus small change in x. That is delta x. Now from here, we are now going to be writing delta y equals, that is, we are going to be subtracting y from both sides, equals x plus delta x minus y, because our differentiation needs to be in this format, delta y over delta x. And from there we get limit as delta x tends to 0, then it becomes the y dx. So let's progress. So we have delta y equals x plus delta x minus y. Then we can put the value of y back. Recall that from the question, y equals x. So we now put the value of y, which is equal to x. So we have delta y equals x plus delta x minus, so instead of me writing y, I put the value of y, which is equal to x from the question, minus x. And from here, we know that x minus x give us 0. So we can say delta y equals delta x. Then dividing both sides by delta x, because what we need is delta y over delta x. So we are going to be writing delta y over delta x equals delta x over delta x, of course. So which makes delta x over delta x to becomes 1. So we have delta y over delta x equal to 1. But this is not our final answer. Then we need to get limits. So we need to get limits as delta y over delta x will be tending to 0. So if you have arrived at this, that's not the final destination. So after you have gotten delta y over delta x to be a particular parameter on the right hand side, you must limit your delta x to becomes 0. So and when delta x becomes 0, it becomes the y dx. So the y dx equals as your limit now as delta x is tending towards 0. Limit as delta x equals 0. So which is now going to be equal to 1. Equal to 1. because we do not have any delta x in the right hand side. So the answer here is going to be 1. So dy dx equals 1. So when you want to differentiate y is equal to x, the differentiation of x is 1 using second principle. So, and if you want to use first principle, this is how you go about it. Now let's try another example. So I'm going to be considering 2 examples in this video. Okay, the second example says we should differentiate y equal to x squared using first principle. So the question is y equals x squared. Now we are going to be walking through the steps one after the other, just like we did in the first example. Now the first thing we are going to be looking at is there must be a change in y, and whatever change that you have for y must be given for x. So it becomes y plus delta y, that is y plus small change in y, must be equal to, this time around it is not x we have x squared. So it has to be x plus then delta x, then we squared also, because it is x squared. So that is how it is being done, because x squared is same thing as x multiplying x. So if I have a change in the first x, it becomes x plus delta x multiplying. If I have another change in the second x, it becomes another x plus delta x. And as you can see, x plus delta x multiplying x plus delta x becomes x plus delta x all squared. And that is how it's been done. Now let's progress. So we have this. Then the next thing is we need to expand. So we have y plus delta y equals x plus delta x multiplied by x plus delta x again. So expanding now, we have y plus delta y equals x squared, because x multiplied x is going to be x squared, plus x delta x, that is x multiplying delta x. Then after that, we have delta x multiplying x now. So delta x multiplying x is going to give us plus x delta x again. And lastly, plus, then we have delta x to multiply delta x, so which is going to be plus delta x squared, as in this format. So from here, it's easy to see that this and this are like terms. X delta x plus x delta x becomes 2x delta x. So we are going to be writing y plus delta y equals x squared plus 2x delta x, then plus delta x squared. Don't forget, we need delta y over delta x. But from the left hand side, we are having y plus delta y. How do I have only delta y? I need to bring y to the right hand side. So it becomes delta y equals x squared plus 2x delta x plus delta x squared, then minus y. So I've done that. Then the next thing, I'm going to be substituting the value of y. Recall from the question, y equals x squared. So I'm going to be substituting the value of y to x squared now. So we have that y equals x squared plus 2x delta x, then plus bracket delta x squared, like this. then minus, instead of me writing this y, it becomes x squared, because y equal to x squared from the question. So we have x squared. And of course, x squared minus x squared gives 0. So we are left with delta y equals 2x delta x plus delta x all squared, as in this case. Don't forget, we are going to delta y over delta x. How do I get delta y over delta x? I only have delta y on the left hand side. It means I need to divide all through by delta x. So dividing all through by delta x, it becomes delta y over delta x equals 2x delta x over delta x plus, so we have delta x squared over delta x. So let me write this square properly. So delta x squared over delta x. So of course, it's easy to see that delta x and delta x gives 1 here. And of course, we have delta x all squared, that is delta x times delta x from here. So then we have only delta x here. So that means delta x is going to cancel one of the delta x squared that we have here. So it becomes dy, sorry. So it becomes delta y over delta x will now be equal to, we have 2x plus delta x. That's what we are going to be left with. So 2x plus delta x. Now, since you have been able to arrive at delta y over delta x, that is when we are now going to set limit as delta x tends towards 0. So as delta x will now tend towards 0, we are going to be setting a limit. So dy dx, so anytime we are setting limit, it means dy dx. Dy dx equals limit as delta x tends to 0. Then we have equal to, so limits is going to be giving us, that means we make delta x to become 0 from the right hand side. That is what we are doing. So it becomes 2x plus, of course, this is delta x, so it becomes 0. That's the limit there, plus 0. Then we can say that dy dx equals 2x. So using first principle, the differentiation of y equals x squared is 2x. First principle. I believe this is quite explanatory. So do well to follow, to like, to share, and to comment. Also anticipate for more videos, because I'll be solving more problems on differentiation with first principle today. Solving as many problems as possible so that you can really get more familiarity with how you can solve different problems using first principle. You are great.